What's up, my lovely peoples? It's your main man Q. I'm a humble servant of the life. Today I wanted to talk to everyone about, I normally don't do too many videos, but I'm going to make a video and post it on Facebook and YouTube. This one's going to be titled Dimensions. Most people know I have a company, a martial arts school in Long Beach. It's called 11th Dimension Athletics. And we teach martial arts and fitness and self-defense. But a lot of times I often get the question, why 11th dimension? What does that mean? What does even 11th dimension mean? 11th dimension is a complicated concept. So I'm just going to start with 5 dimensions. We're going to get into 5 dimensions. The first dimension is represented by a dot. The second dimension zero dimension is represented by a dot. Zero dimension. The first dimension is a straight line. It's one dimension. 2 dimension is a straight line and up. Alright. So the first dimension is like some things are in the first dimensional plane. But when you're in the first dimension, you can see the zero dimension. You can't see the dimension that you're in, you can only see the dimension underneath you. Alright, so within the first dimension, you can see the zero dimension. When you get to the second dimension, which is length, and then you get into height, it's like a video game. Remember back in the days with Super Mario Brothers, and all you can do is go this way, jump up, go down the tunnels, walk across, jump up. That was 2-dimensional, because you can go across and you can go up. Now the 3-dimensional is when we actually got to Nintendo 64, and where it went from length and then height, and we gave depth. Okay, so again, from a 2-dimensional plane, you can see the first dimension. So now we go to 3 dimensions, which is length, height, and depth. We can also see the second dimension. It's just like now you guys are all watching, and let that go by. You guys are all watching this video on the screen, whether it's your phone or a computer screen, from 2 dimensionals. It's a 2-dimensional screen. You're from the 3rd dimension. We live in the 3rd dimension, but you're watching something from a 2-dimensional screen, because we can only see within the 2nd dimension. Now the other dimension is the 4th dimension. The 4th dimension represents time. And time I'll get into a little bit more in the future, make a later video about it. But time is actually distance, but we'll leave it there. It represents where you are within that 3rd dimension, within that cube, or within that box. It represents where you are. And then obviously now the 5th dimension, which transcends both space and time. The goal is to ascend to the 5th dimension so you don't be blocked into the 4th dimension. Most people are blocked within the 3rd and 4th dimension. Some people are locked within the box, and they only can operate within the laws within that box. You know, they're only, again, if they're from a 3-dimensional, they're only going to be able to see 2 dimensions. If I'm standing in front of a building, I can't see the back side of the building. I can't see inside of the building. I'm only going to see the length and the height of the building, just looking at it. So most people are stuck within the box, whether it's a religious box, whether it's a stylistic box, whether even a racial box. Most people are stuck into this box. Some people are able to ascend out of the box and go into the 4th dimension, which is time. But some people, sometimes the 4th dimension can trap you as well, because you start being bind to a clock. Everything you do is on a schedule. And I know that because, you know, when I first moved to California, I worked 3 jobs, and man, was I locked on the clock. I had no freedom. I couldn't get out of there. And then the 5th dimension, it gives you access to be above that, like the shot clock above the game. It gives you an opportunity to not be bound into the box. You know, you transcend both space and time, which, you know, and maybe I will touch on this for a later day, but even the situation what's going on to America, a lot of the blacks getting killed by cops, a lot of, you know, I understand that this is a part of, if you understand the 5th dimension, you understand that things already happened before. This is just a repeat. So, you know, I understand it. I don't expect anything different from the situation that we're in here in the wilderness of North America. Anyways, it's a whole different topic. I'll get into that. That's my breakdown on dimensions. Tell me what you think. Go ahead and post a comment. Let me know. Shalom.